What's up, everybody? Tonight we're going to be making a baked arancini, which I guess would be technically more of a Timballo than an arancini, but whatever you want to call it, it's going to be delicious. So cheers, and let's cook. First thing we're going to do is make our risotto. So we're going to get about 12 cups of chicken stock, come into a simmer. To that we'll add some saffron, just a pinch of saffron, and about teaspoon and a half, some turmeric. Let that come up to a simmer. While that stock comes to a simmer, we're going to heat up another pan, add about 2 tablespoons of some olive oil, as well as 2 tablespoons of butter. Just let that butter melt. Our butter's melted, got that about medium heat. I'm going to go in with 1 yellow onion diced. Just going to saute that until it's nice and soft and translucent. Onions are looking good. So we're going to go in with 4 cups of Arborio rice. I'm just going to stir that and let that rice toast a little bit. Give it a nice little nutty flavor. Try to coat each grain with that butter and oil. Okay, so just let that cook for another minute or two. Our rice is slightly toasted. Just starting to get that nutty aromatics coming off of it. I'm going to go ahead, go in with a couple ladles of our stock. We're not trying to fully submerge our rice. Just get some liquid in there. And now we're going to cook it nice and slowly, so it's just simmering. And we're going to keep stirring it and stirring it and stirring it until that liquid is all absorbed by that rice, or mostly absorbed by the rice. And then we'll add some more liquid and continue stirring. And just do that process over and over. That's going to pull all that starch, a lot of that starch, out of the rice and give us a nice creamy risotto for our end product. See, it didn't take long. Most of our liquid is absorbed. And go ahead, add a little more stock. Okay, we're just going to keep doing that until our rice is nice and tender. Our Arborio is just at about al dente. I'm going to go in 1 more ladle of stock. Give it a stir. I'm also going to go in with 2 cups of grated pecorino romano and season with that with some salt. Just stir that in. Whoa. Now we'll give that a taste. You can do a little more salt, and we should be good. Stir that in. I'm like just about al dente, a little bit before al dente, because we're going to bake this as well. I'm going to leave a little integrity to that, to those pieces of rice. Okay, I'm going to kill my heat. Now we're going to let this cool down for about 20 minutes before we build our dish. Our risotto has cooled and set up a little bit. Push that aside, it's time to start building. Got my lasagna pan here that I sprayed with a little non-stick spray. I'm just going to go ahead, and you could use a spoon for this. I like using my hand. We're going to throw half of our risotto into the pan. That's half our risotto, so now I'll just press it flat. Get it nice and even. along the bottom of the pan. Now for a filling, we're going to be using ham, peas, and a mozzarella and provolone mixture. I was kind of surprised in Sicily, but every place that we went to that sold arancini had a ham and cheese arancini. And they were delicious. That's what we're going to use for this. Risotto's down. Now we're going to go with our ham. That is just diced up leftover ham from a baked ham that I did. Now we're gonna go in with some peas. And lastly, for our filling, we got some shredded mozzarella and shredded provolone. It's about a 50-50 mix. We got all our cheese down. All that's left is one more layer. Well, not all that's left, but now we got to get the rest of the risotto on top. Try to flatten it a little before I put it down. Make it easier to spread. Okay. Just make sure that's spread out pretty evenly. Fill in any holes that I find. Top that with some breadcrumbs, just plain breadcrumbs. Breadcrumbs are down. We'll give that a drizzle of extra virgin olive oil over the top. And then hit that with a little salt. And I'm going into a 425-degree oven for about 45 minutes to an hour. That is looking good, so we're just going to pull it out. Let it rest for about 15-20 minutes before we cut it. Now would you look at that in all its delicious glory. Guys, I think we nailed it. Cheers. Don't forget, hit that like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.